absolute chaos. This will actually drive prices up even further. Thank you, government.
Is new real estate legislation coming down the chute? There has been a lot of talk on the political stage about housing lately.
Affordable housing.
Affordable housing.
Affordable housing.
So what can we expect to come down the pipeline for us, and what effect is it going to have on our market? Before I get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content and slap that like button if you like this video. I shot this video the day before the Ford government announced their new policies and legislations and extra taxes on the real estate market in Ontario. Frankly speaking, I found it kind of boring because they didn't really change too much. I'm gonna do another video on that anyways coming soon, but check out this one because I found it to be a lot more interesting. Everything from the home speculation tax to the home vacancy tax all originated on the West Coast, and then we later adopted it. And because of that, I find myself keeping a close eye on what's going on in BC. So what's the latest and greatest in terms of the BC's government plan to cool housing? Well, apparently it's mandating a cooling off period for buyers purchasing resale properties. Now, to be clear, we already have this in Ontario for pre-construction properties, but we've never ever had a policy of a cooling off period for the resale properties in Canada ever. And it may have far-reaching implications or unintended consequences. Now, I don't know much about the ins and outs of BC real estate, but I know who does. So I called in an expert. Steve Crash is a BC realtor. He also has an incredible YouTube channel, and I'll attach the link for that below. Be sure to check it out. He delivers incredible content and a lot of it. Here are his thoughts on the new legislation and what it could mean for Canadian markets.
The BC government announced we're going to give all buyers the right to walk away from a contract similar to new construction.
Problems that could arise from this is, wouldn't this incentivize buyers to put lots of different offers on lots of different houses at a time?
100%. Those buyers just go around, write offers on, I don't know, what are you going to write on this week? 10 properties? Secure all those 10 properties and then take the rescission period, which again, they have not yet announced. Is it 3 days? Is it 5 days? Is it 14 days? And then make the decision after the fact on which property they want. They decide on the one they want. They release the other, let's call it in this case, 9 properties. And those 9 property owners have lost the rescission period on the market in marketing, right? So they are now, let's call it, I don't know, 7 days behind the 8 ball. The BCREA brought up a very good point, which is, in other types of business where you have the right to rescind, that right to rescind costs you something. And there's no clarification on this. There may be a cost to writing an offer or getting an offer accepted.
Now, one of the things that I noticed your finance minister in BC said was that this legislation wasn't actually aimed at cooling pricing. If it's not to cool pricing down, what's the point?
It's funny that gets glossed over, but yes, the government has admitted this will not decrease pricing or make housing more affordable. What it will do is give the buyers the ability to think twice and possibly walk away. What it will in fact do for affordability is this. Adam, if you have 2 offers, I'm your realtor, I bring you 2 offers on the property. In fact, let's say one offer is $10,000 over asking. The other offer is $10,000 under your asking price. The lower one is unconditional and the higher one is conditional on financing for 7 days. Depending on your motivation of selling your property, you and most of my clients do pick the lower offer because it's done deal today. What if you as a seller would take a lower offer because you have to sell because you got a job transfer and you got to be in Toronto next week? Well, you can't do that anymore. You're not allowed. They're removing the right for you as a homeowner to accept an unconditional offer. So if you remove my ability as a buyer to present you with an offer that is lower but has more favorable terms, then the only thing we can now bid on is, or the only thing we can offer on or make our offer better on, is price. So the only way now with these new rules in place that you can secure the property is to offer the higher price, when before you could have offered an unconditional offer and got the property for cheaper. Therefore, my theory is that this will actually drive prices up even further. Thank you, government. We're probably going to come across things like multiple backup offers. So I accept an offer. I don't know as a seller if it's going to go. So the next day I accept another offer. And the next day after that, I accept another offer, because probably for 7 days, I would assume they're going to do 7 days or 5 business days. I'm going to stack those up in hopes that one of them that goes, because if the next one doesn't go, who knows? You might be fourth in that line and you might write an offer and get it accepted and you're happy, but you found out that there's actually 3 more backup offers in place and there's 3 guys that have to walk away before you get a chance to get your property. Make sense? So you gotta it's just going to be absolute chaos. It may cost you more than it would have before, both on price and on the fact that you may have to pay a price to get out of the deals or to even get your deals accepted in the first place.
But I really appreciate you coming on and giving a little bit of a better explanation as to what is happening there. And I'd love to kind of follow up and see how that actually all kind of, how the cookie crumbles. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm going to be keeping a close watch on what's going on with real estate legislation in Canada and specifically in Ontario. And my offer still stands. If you see a property that you're interested in and you want to know what it could be worth, feel free to scroll down and click on the link below where you will be connected to my calendar and you can book a time to chat with me, or feel free to just shoot me an email to adam@visionrealestate.ca with the property address and I will send you a personal video with my thoughts on the value and why. Until next time, see you later.